Welcome back, students. In this class we study the basic structure of a C program, that is chapter 3. So here in the C programming, the first statement will be the preprocessor statement, followed by the global declaration, then the main is started with a bracket, then followed by the declarations, then the statements, then this is closing the main, followed by the user defined functions. So we'll see each and every statements here. First is preprocessor statement. So this is the first statement in C program. It starts with hash symbol. So this is hash symbol. So what is this symbol called? This symbol is called preprocessor directives. Preprocessor directives. So after this, what this does, this statement with the hash symbol, this statement directs the C processor to include the files. This statement directs the C processor to include the header files, and also header files symbolic constants. So all will start with the preprocessor directives constants into C program. So these are preprocessor directives. If using this, the statement starts which directs the C preprocessor to include the header files and symbolic constant to the C program. So example, we'll see hash include stdio.h means this processor tells this preprocessor statement. This statement is called a preprocessor statement. These preprocessor statements used in C program to include standard input output functions or statements. So after this, we'll just we take an example. Hash include test.txt. So what is this preprocessor statement? Include header file test into the C program. Again one more we'll take define null 0. So defining So we are taking constant as null. Define constant. Null is equal to 0. This is the meaning. Null we are taking as 0. So this is about the preprocessor statement. That is the first statement in the C program. Next we move on to the next statement, that is the global statement. So next is the global statement. So we will see what is global statement. So before starting the program, we have to know what each statement stands for. Now it is global declaration. Global declarations. This one, variables, functions declared outside the main, main function or main or before main or called global declaration. So variables are the functions declared outside the main or before the main are called global declarations. Next, the main function. Next is the main, followed by open and close brackets. So main function. C program always starts with the main function. Without main function there is no C program. Should always starts with main function. There should be only one main function in a C program. Only one main function in the C program. Main function is written in lowercase letter. Main function is written in lowercase letters. And it is not terminated with colon, and it is not terminated with colon or semicolon. With colon or semicolon. So this main function calls other library function and user defined functions. Execution of a C program starts with main. So starts with main. So main function is must in the C program. So last point, main function is must in a C program. So next followed by the braces. This is about the braces. Is next So what it indicates? It indicates the starting and ending of the C program. Braces in the C program indicates beginning and end of C program. So main function is followed by what? Main function followed by left brace, which indicates start of C program. And one more, that is left brace, indicates the close of C program. So next we continue, that is the left brace indicates end of C program. So after this, so what the braces do? These braces are also used to start and end of the user defined function. So it is also used in these brackets, used to start and end of the user defined functions. User defined functions, the function returns by the user. Next is declaration. Next statement in the C program is the declaration. In this section, all the variables, arrays, functions are declared before using in the C program. So all should be declared, or whichever variable used in the program should be used in or declared before using in the C program. So this is declaration. Now next is the statements. So they ask in the exam also, this one explain the basic structure of the program and function of each statements. Then we have to write. This statement is this part of C program has input, output statements, arithmetic, control statements, etc. and also comments. So comments should be included in the slashes and ASCII symbol, which are enclosed enclosed with this symbol, this slash, one ASCII followed by the statement, then ASCII, then slash. But the comments are not compiled in the statements. Comments are not compiled. So I will be explaining in the next class compiling everything. Compiled and executed. So what is the function of the compiler? Everything I will explain in the next class. User defined function. Next is user defined function. What are these functions? The function written by the user. Maybe that is a subprogram and also a small program inside the C program, the subprogram. So these functions are written by the user to perform a specific task. The user writes these functions. So the name user defined function. They are written before or after main, before or after main. So and also these are the subprograms. So after the main, and it is also called as a subprograms. And these are subprograms in subprogram inside a programs. These are subprograms which are generally called functions, user defined, which are generally functions. So these are the steps to be followed in the C, or what are the function of each statement in the C program. So once again we'll see the basic structure. I'll explain in the detail. So the first statement is called preprocessor statement. Second one is the global declaration followed by main. These are all these are all reserved words or the keywords. So it should be written main followed by there is no space, open and close this. So after this, start with the flower bracket, then followed by the declaration, followed by statements, and close the form. Actually the main program starts here and ends here, which is followed by the user defined function. So we'll see what is the preprocessor statement. Preprocessor statement is the first statement in the C program. It starts with an hash HASH. This one is hash symbol. So this is called preprocessor directives. This statement directs the C processor to include the header files and also symbolic constant into the C program. So what is this C? This is the statement. This hash symbol include stdioh. What this statement defines is this preprocessor statement is used to include C program. This preprocessor statement used in C to include standard input output functions. So include this in order to C program to make work. We have to include this. First step is to standard input output function. This is stdio. Within this bracket, if we write, this directs to include the standard input output functions. After this, one more example we have hash include test.h. This includes an header file. Test.h is always for header files. So include an header file test. So this define is also included in the preprocessor statement. Define null 0 means defining constant. This is a constant. Null is equal to 0. So after this, what is the global declaration? Variables function declared outside the main or before the main is called a global declaration. Next starts the main function. This is the actual start of the C program where the execution starts. C program should always start with the main function. There should be only one main function in the C program. Main function is written in the lowercase letters and it should not be terminated with the colon or semicolon. In the C programming, each statement inside the main are separated by this semicolon. Next is main function calls the other library function and user defined function. So execution of C program starts with main. So main, without the main there is no C program. After that, after the main, we start with the brackets. So the braces, also we can also say it as a flower bracket or braces. Braces in the C program include the beginning and the end of the C program. The main function is followed by the left brace, which indicates the start of the C program. So the left brace indicates the start of the C program. The right brace indicates the end of the C program. These braces also called as the start and also used for the start and the end of the user defined function. So what are these user defined? These are also small program inside the C program which also be started and ended. So these brackets also used in the user defined function. Declaration. In this section, all the variables, arrays, functions are declared before using in the C programs. Next is statements. This part of the C program has input output statements, arithmetic, all these control statements and also comments. Comments are started with these hash ASCII followed by the statement and so closing with ASCII and hash symbol. The comments are not compiled and executed. So next is user defined functions. These functions are written by the user to perform a specific task. The user write these functions, so user means we write these functions. These are the functions written by the user, and so the name user defined function. These are written before or after main. So these are also called as a subprograms, in generally called functions. So there will be many subprograms or functions in the C program. So this ends the today's class, and here we studied the each and every statement in the C program or the structure of the C program. If you have any doubt, comment me, subscribe my channel, share and like all the videos. Thank you.